Yep, that's right. Y'all know what it is. Eagles Way of Boxing. Check him out. The Eagles deafening. The Eagles deafening. Please turn them off. Can't take the chirping. It's too much. So what? Who cares? Take what you gotta take. So Ray Robinson is supposedly here. I don't know. He might have just put up a. Well, I see people been coming in and out, huh? This Friday, so y'all gonna just throw up stuff? Okay, let me see. I gotta check something out real quick. I'll be right back. I mean, I ain't going nowhere, but I'm just saying. I'll just be right back. I gotta. Let me see what somebody saying something. I can't even look at it. If I look at it, I guess everything you can't open everything in a different page, huh? You should be able to. I wonder why it's going like that. You should be able to open up stuff in a different page if you want to. Okay, so never mind. I'll get it later, I guess. I don't know what the hell happened. Shit. What the hell happened? Excuse my language. But Derek Bailey was trying to send me something. I might have screwed it up. It's probably in my email, so I'm gonna go check it out to see. Not right now, but well, if I want to do it now, I will. Is that Bruce up in there? Bruce Goes. I see Bruce Goes out there. Salute, Sir Flame out there. Salute to Sir Flame. Yeah, had a lot of people missing in action. All right, brother, I'm gonna catch up with you. I'm gonna catch your stuff, man. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna go in and check you out, Bruce. I just be busy, man. Weekend and stuff. I got plenty of time on the weekend because I be sitting on my butt. I'll be doing my arts and stuff. Ray, you need to bring your stuff out one of these weekends. You're gonna make some money. So you need to come through. But anyway, salute to Sir Flame. Salute to all y'all. Salute to Sir Flame. Salute to Bruce Gold. Salute to Ray. Salute to everybody else who's coming in and out. Salute to all y'all except for even salute to trolls too. I'm gonna salute y'all too because it's Friday. Bruce probably got his green. Sir's ready for you. Ray's ready to clown. I mean, it's the weekend, so we already know. Hey, this is the last show before the weekday. For the weekend, and else I'll decide to come back or something like that. So go ahead, do y'all trolls do what you got to do. You're gonna be managed and stuff, as we say. Yeah, we gonna manage you. So we're not worried about that. So anyway, I'm gonna do something new today. As far as we gotta look at, because I never knew that we could find this here. So, but shit, I don't know. We got, where's this at? So it's alphabetical order. So this is how we're gonna do it. Wow. It's, here I thought we was keeping up on fights, and we ain't keeping up on the damn thing. I'm sitting here thinking that we keeping up on fights. We're not keeping up on fights, y'all. We're not. We're not keeping up on fights at all. Okay, so they got schedules going. They got schedules for real fights here that I'm finding. Well, let's just see. Okay, so all the way up. Okay, I see what they're doing. So all the way up to May. So we got to go all the way back. So let's go. Um, so this is January. Let's go all the way back. So let me see. 28th. Okay, so we're 28th. Okay, so we're not even touching the. We're barely touching the. We're barely touching the hand on some of these fights. So let me see. So 22nd, we got like 100 and something fights, man. Okay, so you guys talk about the fights you want to. I'm gonna start naming them just to see if what y'all know. Even got fights on Sundays. You guys might not be interested in some of them super welterweight. We got light heavyweight over in China. We got a light heavyweight fight. Got a super welterweight fight over there. Got a super bantamweight fight, a lightweight. Got a super featherweight fight, and another super bantamweight and a welterweight fight over in China on Sunday. But we'll get to those. I'm trying something new, so hopefully I don't miss any fights. You guys name any of the fights. Oh, Derek Bailey out there too. Salute to Derek Bailey too. I want to miss my brother, but yes, salute to everybody who's out there. And let me see. Gotta make sure that my girl didn't come through because she's gonna be like, "Oh, you ignored me." I mean, you know how girls are. But anyway, she didn't come through, so because she's doing her thing. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta talk about this Cinderella man too, though. Canellrella. I gotta change it. Canellrella. That's good. Canellrella. They get the gist of it by just saying. I mean, see, I'm gonna just say that if we're gonna get the if we're gonna have pressure points put on somebody, is question for the day: do we feel like Canelo has been pressured enough by both old media, new media, different? Unknown caller. Oh man, here we go. Here we go with the potential scam. Okay, I'm not even gonna answer it. I don't even know why you call me. Why you call me? You know you're a scammer. So the main question before anything else, the main question there she is. Stop pretending, Lindy. Hi, Lindy. Hi, Queen. I know you pretending. I know you doing your thing. You're not gonna be able to participate. But one question for you guys is the pressure really mounting up on Canelo, or is Canelo just like is he oblivious to all the pressure? Is he oblivious to the talks? Second question. Is he under an illusion that he's actually going to that he's actually headed for Hall of Fame? So that's what I want to say. Does he think he's going? With all the stuff that he's doing? Do you really feel that he thinks that he's headed like I'm a shoo-in for a Hall of Famer, or is he starting to realize that he has to do more? Okay, so we're going to discuss that before we go into Gary Russell Jr. Missed weight. I don't know how that works out. I don't know if it's any kind of fine or something like that. But let me see what you guys got here. Somebody already got their head chopped. So you came here. I'm not going to mention your name. You already got your head chopped already. As soon as you got in here. And why'd you rush in here? Let me check and see who got him. I bet Bruce got your ass. Because Bruce, you're right below Bruce. Let me see if Bruce was the one that got you. I think Bruce might have chopped you as soon as you got in here. Oh, Sir got you. Oh, Sir Flame got you. Okay, so Sir Flame got you. Oh, Bruce Goals got rid of you too. Yeah, both of them got you. So, yeah, meet the guys in blue. You don't have to worry about the guys in black. Worry about the guys in blue. So, yeah. Oh, I got my little blue heart up there. Thanks, Lindy. I know you can't hear me at all because I know you're doing your thing. I already know. You're trying to do two things at once. Stop. I'll get back down to you. But anyway, yeah, Ray Robinson says salute. Bruce Goes, Boxing, Jazz, and more. He says salute, my brother, at Eagles Way of Boxing. That's right. And then such and such got chopped up and thrown out. Disposed of. I'm not saying your name. Ray Robinson said, huh? Sir Flame, I'll read it out now. I usually don't. But salute to the Eagles Way. Salute to the chat. He said, and as always, he said, jab that like button on y'all neck. He said, don't get neck in Eagles Way of Boxing. With the fire up good in those things, baby, with that 100% in those gloves up, man. Like what? Like put them up, baby. That's right. Bruce Coles and Boxing, Jazz, and more. That intro made my dog's ears stand up. Yup. That dog know what it is. Hear that native sound. The dog was like, huh? That's old school there. That's the real deal right there. Yeah. Sir Flame says salute at Ray Robinson. Derek Bates says salute at Eagles Way of Boxing. Salute to my brothers, man. Again and again. Sir Flame says salute at Bruce Goes, Boxing, Jazz, and more. Ray Robinson says salute at Surf Flame, and then Bruce goes boxing, jazz, and more. He said Toker 2 is on fire. Yeah. Oh, he said it's on fire. Yeah. Is that what happened to Toker 1? Bruce goes say Toker 2. What happened to Toker 1, Bruce? Yeah, Bruce goes boxing, jazz, and more at Surf Flame. Salute, bruh. And Bruce goes and boxing, jazz, and more again at Derek Beatty. Salute, bruh. And then Mark Steams, salute to the King Eagles, Webb, and family. Got the crown up good with the gloves in the fire with the 100, and he's gracious with the fist up too. And we appreciate you coming through respectful like that, brother. Yeah, Derek Beatty says salute at Ray Robinson, at Bruce Goes Boxing Jazz and more at Surf Flame. Bruce Goes Boxing Jazz and more at Mark Streams. He says salute, brother. Surf Flame is salute at Derek Beatty, and then Ray Robinson is salute at Derek Beatty, and then Derek Beatty salute at Mark Steams. Surf Flame, I got Russell Jr. Do you got him by weight default? Is he gonna make weight? Or did he make weight? Did y'all go back and check and see if he made weight? Surf Flame says Canelo versus Charlo almost done. He said, I'll believe it when I see it. That's right. We don't believe a damn thing. We need paperwork up in here. If they don't have paperwork, I'm not trying to hear it. And then of course I didn't really try to miss her, but she got her little heart up there. Lindy, the queen's up in here. Yep. Ray Robinson, is you calling? Why I said spam? You call mother? Don't call me. Call me later, man. You know better, man. Come on now. Right at Surf Flame. Oh, okay. Mark Steams right back. Salute the Kings at Bruce Goes, Boxing Jazz and more, fam. And Derek Beatty, fam. And Ray Robinson, fam. And Surf Flame. There we go. Got all the salutes out the way. This is about Ray Robinson says salute at Mark Steams. Derek Beatty, peace to the queen at Lindy Fit. There you go. And then Derek Beatty, did he? And then he made weight on the second attempt. Okay, Derek Beatty said he made weight on the second attempt. Okay. I've never even heard of that as far as like, I never heard of this guy coming in like being off weight. He just don't do that. He don't fight enough to be off weight, always training. He always say, I'm right back into the gym, always bragging about being melanated and all that and everything else, but that's all good. Be proudful, but be humble at the same time. Yeah. Sir Flame said, I think he knows he need to do more, but with a win over Charlo might get him done. Okay, but I don't see him beating Charlo. I don't know if he's gonna beat Charlo though. He gonna have to kill Charlo up in there. Yeah, he gonna have to kill Charlo. And Charlo, I don't think Charlo's trainer. I think both the Charlos got smart enough trainers. They're not gonna fall for the overhand shots. Everybody falling for overhand shots with Canelo. Mayweather didn't fall for no overhand shots. And once he realized his overhand shots wasn't working, he had to give that shit up. He was just, all he did, he just looked like a little kid in fear when he fought Mayweather. Mayweather 147. And he just sat there and just got beat up by Mayweather. I'm just wondering how come anybody else beat them up like that? You fighters got to do a little bit better than that. But good points already. You guys already starting off with great points. Yeah, Derek Beatty said it was only half pound over. Okay, half pound mean a lot if you already done sweat it all out though. That's a lot to get rid of, brother. But if he just did a little jump rope or whatever he did, just jogged on the treadmill, yeah, you can get rid of it. Yeah, but if you already sweated out, you can't. You cannot. Half a pound is damn near impossible. You got to go throw up or do something. Take a huge dumposaurus, you know what I mean? Sir Flame, oh, okay. I just read yours at, okay, Derek Beatty. Okay, talking to Derek Beatty. Okay, Sir Flame said, salute at Mark Steams. Okay, so we're all done with that. And I appreciate y'all. And you guys that are floating in and out, if you're not going to join the chat, at least give me that thumbs up before you come up in here. Go back out and just hit the thumbs up. Don't be shy. Give me the thumbs up. I should have like about 15 thumbs up by now. At least 15. At least minimum of 15 that I should have right now. But I know what it is. I know, and believe me, if you come in here, I got Bruce Goes with me. I got Sir Flame with me. I got Derek Beatty with me, and I got Ray Robinson with me. And that's just to mention those four. I got Bruce too. I got Bruce. We still got people. So if you come in here foul, you just gonna we're gonna twist you up and throw your ass up out of here. As simple as that. Because this is just a discussion. I'm asking questions. So the two main questions, which was answered, Derek Beatty answered, and I think somebody else answered, is that is Canelo finally is he going to step up I mean, does he feel like he did enough to? Did he feel already feels like I'm a Hall of Famer because he always telling somebody that you won paycheck? You want paycheck, paycheck, and f you. And that's all he knows. He knows how to cuss and then tell somebody that he needs a paycheck. That's all he knows how to do. His own countrymen ain't accepting him as a champ. They like, nah, you ain't did enough. You haven't put in that work because they, you know what? And I'm gonna tell you something. Now listen to this. Every champion, just about 90% of the champions, more than 90%, the champions over in Mexico, at one point had to face an elite from the United States, which was, however you want to call it, a brown skinned person that end up beating them or beating the brakes off of them. And so what happens is I feel like Chavez and a lot of the other fighters are just thinking that same way. They said no, they're thinking that way when it comes to cinnamon bun. They're like, brother, you gonna have to fight one of them brown skinned brothers that can fight you. That's not gonna fall for your tricks, and you gonna have to come up with something different. Because here's the point. The point is these other champions never came up with. They never had the game plan to win. They had their game plan, but their game plan was go in and do what they usually do. I'm gonna do what I usually do. Just keep doing what you're doing. But see, they came in and kept doing what they doing and lost. So the second part is, do we feel like is he starting to realize? I mean, because there's 2 points. He might think that he's already there, like I'm already a Hall of Famer, or is he starting to realize that the reason his countrymen and everybody else is feeling that way is that because he does have to finally step up? Is he feeling any kind of guilt, like I got to step up? But then again, we got that WBC, the WAC BC, and the WAC BC may be, giving that information out. They may be feeding them with those false narratives. Oh yeah, you good, son. Don't worry about it. Just follow our plan. We're gonna make money. But is it conducive to getting, is it conducive to getting into the Hall of Fame, or is it just beneficial for the WAC BC? Think about that. Okay. Derek Bay said, I don't know. He said Canelo has fought better competition. But he's fighting okay opponents. Nobody's on the A list. He hasn't fought anybody on A list. Let's go back in there. How many potential Hall of Famers has he fought so far that there's going to be Hall of Fame? Think about it. And if he did fight a Hall of Famer, what did he look like with his wins? Because he just started getting knockouts. Think about that. He just started getting knockouts. He wasn't getting knockouts. Why you wasn't getting knockouts at a lower weight and you were shorter? You was only like 5'6". Now you're like 5'9", 5'10". I don't know if a grown man can grow after like 27, 28 years old. I don't know if you can still get that much height on you. I don't know. That seemed like a lot of height. First you're shorter than Mayweather. Now you just stretched out. You're taller and bigger. Is that the real Canelo, or is that another Canelo? Now let's not go there. You guys are really losing then. Yeah. Sir Flame said Lord did Canelo bad too. He beat up on him. A lot of people. Even when you go back and look at replays, not just replays, but if you look at a broadcast of Canelo's close fights or controversial fights, see which ones come up. And not just that, listen to the commentary. Some of them are good. Some of them, I don't know, multimedia, he's pretty good. And I'm going to give him a shout out on my channel, but I don't know if he's actually, I think he's better at speaking. I don't know if he knows that much about the sport. I don't know, maybe he was an ex-fighter or something. I don't know. But I'll still give him his credit, though. Yeah. Derek Bailey said, then Charlo coming up in weight, never fought at 168. That's okay. He can fight at 168. Man, if you see how thin he is at 160, yeah, he could fight. He could fight at 168. I don't see him he wouldn't have a problem at light heavyweight. He's tall enough. He's tall enough. So if he fights at 168, he's gonna come in even stronger. You think about it, he's gonna come in stronger. His speed ain't gonna go nowhere. He might even come in heavy. Might come in during the fight at 185. Who knows? Yeah, Ray Robinson said, "Put them things on." Yeah, Sir Flame got them things up good. That's right. You see how my people responding? All you trolls that come in. You're probably not gonna last in here very long. You come here with your bullshit, you're not gonna last that long. We trying to. This is Friday. We ain't got no time for you. On Fridays, we don't have that. We don't have that kind of time for you. Derek said facts. And Sir Flame. That's right. It's facts. What email? Were we supposed to send it? Oh, you eagle. Oh, about this. Um, just use Eagle Way of Boxing. Just put it together at Gmail. Eagleswebboxing at gmail.com. You probably already got me. If you look under your sent mails, you probably already got me. Yeah. Because when we do the show, like if we're gonna co-host the show or something like that, or open discussion, I don't know. We got to find a forum where we can get so many people just talking at the same time. Like we got to have at least 6 or something, 7. We got to find an OBS or something like that we can get enough people on. So that way it'd be like or we could just use a whole different forum. We could use a whole different forum and do it. Doesn't have to be computer. It could be phone. Because they have phone apps where we can do the same thing. And we won't be getting the same kind of trouble. YouTube will be waiting on our ass to shut us down. Yeah, Mayweather and Laura, yep. And I'm agree with that also, because I was trying to think. It may be Triple G. It may be Triple G. Those two, and then maybe Triple G. Laura's a Hall of Famer. Mayweather's a Hall of Famer. Triple G, they gonna squeeze his ass in there. You know he gonna be a Hall of Famer. It would have been nice if when Canelo had slipped, it would have been nice if Triple G would have just right hooked his ass and put him out. A lot of people don't remember that, but they show that a lot of times. You can look when they're showing that fight. A lot of the replays they show that. They show that when Canelo slipped, that Triple G was being nice to him, because he could have definitely hit him, because it was just a slip. He wasn't down on one knee. He could have definitely gave him a right hook, right and left hook while he was down. Could have put his ass out or staggered him. Then we probably wouldn't be talking about Canelo the same way. Because that little mental, you see what I mean? When you get banged up like that, your mental capacity leaves a little bit sometimes. You don't know. You lose your confidence. I don't know if I can take punches anymore. You see fighters that get knocked down and knocked out, how they can't take it no more. Oh no. They can't take no punishment at all. So look, this is how much we got, man. I'm gonna go all the way. Let me say China. Okay, so who's fighting in? I'm just telling you, you guys don't know all these fights. You guys probably didn't have it. You got Jose Gomez, middleweight, Fort Worth, Texas. They fighting. Okay. And he's fighting Luis Brisano. What is it? Okay. Roman. So Luis Roman looks like he's fighting. We got a couple of debut fights. So you guys check out these guys. If you can see him, Juan Cotto Guzman, check him out. His debut today. Saturday. That's going to be his debut. Daniel Aliaga. It's going to be his debut. And got another debuting fighter. You might want to check him out in U.S. Gabriel Anguiano. And that's a female fight. Maria Lemon Garcia is fighting. Another Garcia. Garcia is a big name in boxing. Juan Antonio Lopez in lightweight, 16-9. Josh Ross, 15-5. So that's more of a debut card in Texas, but it's not, I don't know if you're going to watch it, Sir Flame, but it's kind of a garbage card if you ask me. We'll talk about more of them. Atlantic City. Okay, I think that's who we got. I'm looking for Gary Russell. No, that's not where he's fighting. I think he's fighting out in Cali, right? Oh, but we got Evan Holyfield's fighting. So Evan Holyfield is fighting at super welterweight, and he's fighting at the Borgata Hotel and Casino in Atlantic City. And he's going against Chris Rollins, who is 5-3-1. Of course, Evan is 8-0. Rashid Brown, that's at featherweight, 11-0, against Katsuma Akisagi, which I'm not gonna go with the. I'm gonna go with Rashid on that one, I guess. LaShawn Rodriguez at middleweight is going against Sixto Suarzo. Abimael Ortiz, another Ortiz, 9-1-1, going against Ryan Lee Allen. I haven't heard of them. Super bantamweight, I haven't heard of either one of them, to be honest. Ortiz sounds familiar, but and then we got Tug. Tug is fighting again at super featherweight. So Nambayar is fighting again, 12-2. I'm gonna go with Nambayar, of course. He's going against Lucas, 25-1. But I'm gonna go with that little. Hey, I'm going with the little Mongolian. I don't know who y'all got, but I'm gonna go with the Mongolian on this one. And then super lightweight, Subriel Matias. We know, you guys know Matias, so super light, 17-1 against Petros Anayan, who is 16-2-2, and then Gary Allen Russell, who is, so I guess that's where they are fighting. So Gary Russell, 31-1, is going against Mark Mansayo, and everybody got Gary Russell on that. So out of all these fights, I'm gonna go with Tug again. I'm gonna stick with Tug, man, because people disrespect those. You guys got to look at the history, man. Sometimes when you're looking at fighters, look at the history. Don't just sit there and think that just because you American and somebody's from somewhere else, you can whoop their ass. Don't think like that. Those Mongolians ran a lot of this earth for a long time, man. They come from warriors. They ain't no bullshit people, man. Derek Bay said exactly, Eagle. I was going to say the same. The same thing. The same thing about Triple G. Triple G's too much of a gentleman. He too much of a gentleman and shit. He should have cracked. I would have cracked his ass 2 or 3 times. He should have gave him 2 or 3 pieces. Look at Derek. Derek having a flashback. Oh, that Borgata, that's a nice casino right there. How much you came out of there with, Derek? Come on, disclose that shit to Eagles Way of Boxing, man. Let us know. Derek, how much you came out of there with? Derek came out of there with some money, y'all. He came out of there with some money, Ray. He like, oh, shit. Derek came out there with his pockets all fat. He's showing this girl. He's like, yeah, girl, I got you, baby. Did you take her to go eat steak? Where'd you go eat? Did you eat outside the casino, or you ate inside one of the banquets or something? Derek said, I got that money. He told the girl, come on, girl, what you talking about? I got you. Derek, did you have her? Derek, like, I got you. Don't worry. We go eat wherever you want to. She took his ass to the 5-star. She took his ass to the 5-star, and all that winnings didn't even seem like winnings no more. Like, what you mean, her steaks is 100 and what? Derek, like, no, I said you can go anywhere, but come on now, steak and lobster. $200. Talking about drinks and dessert and everything else. What am I eating? Derek ordered fries. Derek ordered hamburgers and fries. The girl got him. He on that hamburgers and fries now. Oh, about them sneaking Triple G into the Hall of Fame. Yeah, that's why I said it like that. That's exactly why I said it like that. That's why exactly why I said it like that. The reason I said it like that because they had already sold that whole idea years ago. Remember they was talking about Triple G like he was like so untouchable and shit like that. Same thing they were saying about Canelo. Oh yeah, even Mayweather was like, oh yeah, he's a future Hall of Famer, blah 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 blah. And now see Mayweather mad. Now he's shitting on him. He says he's just basic. He says it's an easy win. Okay, why didn't you tell us that in the first place? You wasn't getting paid. Now think about it. Was MTM getting paid to endorse Canelo? If he would have kept his mouth shut, we might not be in this trouble because he blew his head up, and now he's in shit. Mayweather may have a fighter that needs to fight him, and he can't get that action done. See? Well, we got Mark Steams again. He says salute to the King Supreme Beast, Boxing Talk fam. The jab jamboree fam. Okay, yeah, as long as we got that jab, as long as you jab that like button, we good. He said Jai Steele's the Av Fellas family. 503 Lion family. That's right, 503. Okay, there we go. And the family. Okay, I see what he got. Lion family. He got the king up. Okay, I see what it is. Mark out there, he got the crown up good, got the gloves up good, all that. Yep. He said peace and blessings out there. Yeah, but this whole picture. So you got good fighters, but the good picture or the old picture. Like if you look at the old picture for bringing somebody into the Hall of Fame. Okay, if they started announcing, like if they had a list, like say for instance they had an old school, let's look at an old school list. I appreciate you out there, Mark. But if we had so we have an old school list. So if you have an old school list, let's just start throwing names out there. Just throw a name on. Anybody can just throw a name on. Just throw a name on there. Anything that pops to mind, automatically. Like if you had a Hagler on there, you got a Hearns on there, you got Sugar Ray Leonard on there, you got what's the junior welterweight names? The Hulk. You got the Hulk on there. You got the other Hulk on there because we got two Hulks. We got Julian Jackson Hulks, right? And then we got the old out of Ohio. We got him. Without even just thinking, Wilfred Benitez. If you just start Roberto Duran, if you start naming people in divisions and stuff, Michael Spinks, you start naming people in different divisions, Matthew Saad Muhammad. If you just start naming people, Joe Frazier, Ken Norton, Ron Lyles, if you just start naming people and you come up with this long list, and say for instance they was all going to be like the class of 80 to go into the Hall of Fame. It's easy to pull somebody off of that list and just say, hey, he's a Hall of Famer, he's a Hall of Famer. It's easy to do that. But with the guys that's coming up now, it's just not. It's harder. You feel me? It's harder to do that. You can't do the same thing with the guys that's coming up now. And Canelo, he just got to show. He has to show more. I'm quite sure that a lot of people right now, you're probably already endorsing Bud. You know what I mean? Everybody endorsing Bud. Like, oh yeah, Bud's a Hall of Famer. It could be true. You know what I mean? It could be true. But if you look at the work, all the work, you look at the work. So let's just be honest. Look at the work. Are you that comfortable? That's what I want to say. Are you that comfortable with it? Are you so comfortable that you like, oh no, there ain't no mistaking on that. Are you that comfortable? If he missed, let's say for instance he missed. Like if he missed like during the first voting, he missed. It's not something that's unmistakable. It's not something that's unheard of in sports, right? This parallel to some other sports, to some people like in different sports that aren't in Hall of Fame. And no, I'm not talking about Pete Rose. I'm not talking about Pete Rose because that's just that's a no-brainer right there. That's a no-brainer. But if you start hating, think about it. Not necessarily to hate, but if you take rules and you pretend like this is the rules and this is what we go by, then once you make that example out of somebody, then that example usually stays. So Pete Rose, he will be a Hall of Famer in my estimation. So I did bring him up myself. He will be a Hall of Famer in my estimation, but it will probably not be in our lifetime. It probably won't be in his lifetime. Be 100 and something years or something. It'll come from an act from a president. If it happens earlier, it's still probably going to have to be an act of Congress, an act from a president or something like that. Because that's usually what happens, right? And sometimes it takes 200 years, right? What was his name? Laurent or something? What's his name? Laurent the Overture? The guy that was that was fighting with the guys in the Bahamas against the oppressors. They didn't forgive him forever. And what's the brother's name that they didn't forgive? It took him forever to forgive him. That they pardoned his crimes. There was another one too. The brother that was he was during that movement back to Africa and all that. I'll just forget right off top because I'm trying to talk about boxing. But it's been cases that something that's always being overturned. It's always something being overturned. But it takes time to do these things. It takes time, to overturn these things. Yeah. It just takes time. You know what I mean? So let's just get back to him. Let's get back on him. So nobody really wants to say nothing. Everybody wants to hold it to themselves like, oh no. But let's get back to the question. I need more than one person to answer me. 2 parts. Did Canelo, does he feel that he's in a position right now? I'm a shoe-in for Hall of Famer. I can do as I please, make money and talk shit because that's what I can do. Or is he or do we think he's really starting to realize? Because I haven't talked to one of his foes, or a potential foe of his is talking out right now, and we know that's David Benavidez is saying that he's gonna beat the brakes off Canelo. So once you get a chance to fight me, I'm gonna beat you up, and he might beat him up. He got the style to beat him up, as long as he can stay away, because he pulls back sometimes a lot. He doesn't duck a lot. But he's so long that he can just, stretch his head out and get away from the punishment. In the second half of that question, so am I content? I know I'm going to make a Hall of Fame. I ain't got to do nothing. Or am I starting to feel a kind of way? Is he starting to feel a kind of way like, shit, I'm going to have to step it up? And another question is, what are those risk factors? I think there's some risky fights out there for him. And he did talk bad to, who did he talk bad to? He talked bad to Andrade, right? He said, you want the paycheck. You want paycheck. Oh, wait, that's bad. He told me he wants a paycheck. Oh, okay. Derek said, no, he said, no, I never win there. But the Ocean Casino I did, right? All right. Okay, Ocean Casino. Okay, but you mentioned the other casino. I thought you went over there and did good over there. I thought you was over at the Bagada doing great. Derek, I'm over at the Bagada doing great. I used to drive past. There, but I don't think I've ever stopped in there. I just can't remember. I might have. I don't know. I don't have all my memories. That army wiped a lot of my memory out. I don't know if they put me on memory shit or not. Shit, I probably lost like 5 years of memory. I don't know. I lost some memory messing around that army. They done shocked my memory out of me. But I remember I remember the stuff I should remember. You know what I mean? I don't know shit. Ain't no telling, man. And I'm not blaming the United States for nothing. But I don't know if I was under some kind of mind control type of shit or not. Who knows? Once they inject your ass up like a zombie, you just like both arms. Derek, tell him, Derek, both arms is heavy. Oh, huh? Yes, sir. Staggering. People passing out in line. Yeah, I see Pryor down there. Your Pryor's good. Oh, Derek, but you so yeah. He said Chocolatito. Okay, yeah. But you're looking. So Derek says that HBO love both of them. But HBO is not in the boxing business no more either. HBO can get back in the boxing business. I don't know why they don't. They can get back in the boxing business. And I'm going to tell you something about HBO. I don't manage them or nothing else. But HBO, this is why I feel like they can get back in the boxing business. Is they can get back in the boxing business and do well. You know what I mean? With all the money that's out there and and everybody's messing around, nobody wants to fight. HBO can, they can get some contracts signed with some fighters, some exciting fighters. Put them on HBO because guess what? You don't need to pay that much right now. Somebody wants to watch like boxing. Some people are set in their ways. Like some people can be set up like, all I watch is HBO boxing. And now HBO boxing is not on no more. And so since it's not on no more, guess what happens? It's not on no more. So what do they do? Right? They just completely ignore it. They just completely ignore. Okay, so they don't have boxing no more. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I had a trouble when they used to have free fights. I had trouble switching over sometimes to like another channel. It's like I'm gonna tell you the biggest switch, Derek. This is the biggest switch. I'm not just talking to them, I'm talking to everybody. The biggest switch for me is when Fox came around. When Fox came around and was taking over everything, like all the I resisted Fox ads when they came out. I just resisted them. I'm not watching no Fox. But then Fox, and I'm not endorsing Fox, but Fox had all the dope shows on it. We starting to get some. I got the window open. We starting to get some wind and the gray out there, in the sun. That's crazy. But yeah, Ray, just hit me later though if you're still around. I'll text you or I'll hit you. But yeah, that's when Fox came around, I wasn't hearing it. But then all of a sudden, let me see. Because they had the stupid cartoon, they had the Simpsons on there, which I thought was crazy. I'm like, what the hell is this? I started watching that, and that was fun. I'm like, oh, it's just crazy. It's a crazy little thing. Then they start having other shows, and I was like, wow, they got some. So this is what it is. And so they sucked me in because of their writing and the comedy. I think comedy is what got me into Fox. The comedy itself. Because I think I was a regular person, like a regular, I used to watch regular programming on certain stuff. Listen to the word programming. I used to watch programming. Now I try not to watch programs at all. Yeah. Oh yeah, and I remember that Derek said that's why they focus on them too. Yeah, that's why they was focusing on. But I tell you, brother, one thing I used to get so tired. I used to get so tired of just hearing about how great he was, especially after the ass whooping. After the ass whooping, that just took a lot. I'm sorry, man, y'all might not feel that same way, but after the ass whooping, I just never felt the same way about him. Now, that's one one. Okay, one. After the ass whooping, I never felt the same. Now, after the ass whooping, and then after the bad meat, the bad sandwiches or bad tacos, then I really had him on the whole nother side. He was definitely on my left side. He's damn sure wasn't on my right side. After that shit happened. Okay, so nobody wants to talk about that portion of it. Derek talked a little bit about it. So what does he do now, Derek? Let's look at his greatest. So what is his greatest challenges? What is Cinnamon Bun's greatest challenges that we need to see as boxing fans, that we need to see him do in order to get to the other level? Get to like a level to where, okay, if you stay at this level for a year, so a couple of years, not just a year, but if you stay at this level for a couple of years, then you're going to be a first-time ballot, Hall of Famer. You know what I mean? That they're not going to skip you by. Because I don't see it. For me, he's not a shoo-in. Because he could take some losses and be out of it. There's a few fighters who can take losses and be out of it. But the funny thing about this is somebody like Deontay Wilder is probably, he can take losses and not be out of it. He's still gonna be in there. He's still gonna be in that voting. Think about it. The reason he's gonna be in the voting is because of his title defenses. He's in there with the big boys. And if you with the big boys, you good. But Canelo is not necessarily with the big boys. Yeah. I got a lot of names here I can go through. This is over in Dearborn, Michigan. Okay. I'm trying to see if you guys understand. Okay, so some of them needs to be yeah, some of these fights. Okay, we got a couple of debuts. Okay, so we got Hugo Centeno Jr. He's going against Antonio Todd. So I'm going with Hugo Centeno on that one. 28 3-1 versus 12 5-0. So, and that's middleweight. These other guys, I don't know Prince Desani. I don't know him. And there's two big rings. I don't know who he's fighting. Wilfred Harris, middleweight. You know, Winfred Harris, 21-1. I think we heard of him. Quentin Randall, I'm not really sure. I'm not sure. Quentin, I'm not sure. I'm not sure on that one. But that's in Michigan. And so that's all we got. But Tanzania, man, is putting out some fights. They got all these little super flyweights and featherweights over here. Tanzania. Philippines got 1, 2, 3, 4 fights. I'm just trying to see if it's somebody that we know. No, these are all young fighters coming up. And let me see. Nicaragua. Let me see who we got. Okay, we got I know. We got Gerardo Zapata. Okay. Byron Castellan. Okay, not Castillo. Okay. Manuel Gonzalez. Let me see. Zapata sounds familiar, but that's not the Zapata. I don't think that's the one that we're familiar with, because he's a light flyweight. I don't think that we're familiar with him. You guys might be. I'm not. So if you guys are, so I'm just looking at some other fights. Moldova, no, nobody there. Mexican fighters. Okay, who we got? Why is this guy even on there? We got a guy that's 8-3, super middleweight. Romario Avalle, versus Jossie. This is his name, Jossie Chavez Gonzalez, who is 5-20. Are you kidding me? 5-20. Why are they still matching up that? He got so many fights. He got 25 fights. Lost 20 of them. Get out of there. Ali Cortez, 9-2. To be arranged. Let me see. I'm trying to see if we know any names on here. Eddie Molina. No, maybe he's kin to the Molinas. I don't know. Okay. Excuse me. Germany, we got a middleweight, a welterweight, and a heavyweight. So this is their heavyweight. And you guys probably going to go with him. You know that Alexander Zakenzai. His name is Zakenzai. 15-0, brother. I don't recognize his last name. Maybe that was his name. They got a welterweight and middleweight over there that's happening. That's over in Germany. So for all you guys is overseas, you guys are going to check those out. Had a girl fighting at welterweight. And then Adriel Vilinkowski, 19-2 versus Rafael Bajarin, which is 29-5. So I don't know. I'm not familiar with those guys there. So you guys bear with me. I'm just going through all these fights. You got fights in Finland. There's a lot of fights, man. I don't know if we're going to catch all of these. But maybe we need to. Let's try to pull this up. I had to pull this up Sunday. Somebody I have it. So let's just pull up. Let's pull up the heavyweight fight. Let me see. Let's go back. So you guys pull up this heavyweight fight. The German fighter. I'll put the name down. So if you guys don't get a chance to watch it, I'm gonna put it up so you guys can look at it and just look for this guy, because we always got to stay aware. So if this guy is new, not necessarily new, but if he's the business, because he's already 14. We don't know 15-olds. All you fighting is European fighters or something. So we don't know. We got to go through your resume and check him out. So we'll just check him out. And okay, let me give you the guy. So that's going to be a W for him. This is his opponent. So maybe we want to take a look at that. Yeah, I'm putting up his opponent now. So this is his opponent right here. So yeah, and yeah, we just check it out. We'll check him out, and Aaron Bowen. Let me see, Billy. I don't know these guys. This is a lot of fighters. They're fighting over in Finland. I don't know these guys. Chile. Zaleta, 2 new guys. That's all new stuff. That would be nice to watch if we can get it. Over in Chile, they got a couple of fights. Yeah, newer guys. They have one guy, that's his debut. Or her debut. And then, Argentina. Who we got? Okay, got a lot of undefeated fighters coming up. On one side, all of them are undefeated. So we're going to see how that works out. We'll check the results to see who won. Is this too many fights to bet on? Okay, so these are the fights for DoubleTree over in Sacramento. And I know we got one good fighter over there that's going to fight. Okay, so we got Jude Iniguez, 5-8-4. Wow. Maliko Johnson, 7-0-1. So I'm gonna go with Maliko Johnson, of course. Anthony Hernandez, 4-2. Kenneth Lopez, 4-0. That's kind of up in the air. Super middleweight. I'm gonna stick with Lopez because he got them W's going already. Joashawn James, 4-0. Brian Martinez, that's his debut. I'm gonna go with Joashawn James. Because your debut, you're coming in with a loss. Mark Salgado, 1-0. Luciano Robbins, 0-2-0. I'm going to go with Mark Salgado. And that's it. That's all I'm going to mess with on that. Okay. And then, Nicaragua. Okay, I don't see anybody. Yeah, I know. I'm just, because I just want to go through these. There's a lot of red on this screen, man. A lot of losses. All these 1-star fighters. So I'm trying to find some 3-4 star fighters, but just none. Same thing with Colombia. Colombia got a lot of fights coming up, but all the guys, the guy with the highest wins, he's still 28 and 13. There are fighters on here 12 and 19. That's sad. So that was it on that then. I'm not gonna go through no more. I'm not gonna go through any more of those. Yeah. Yeah, I see you got Pryor on there. So that's why they focus on those 2. Yep. Oh yeah, Andrade. He's not gonna fight Andrade. You can forget that. He says who he would probably never fight. No, he's not fighting him. He's not gonna fight him. That's one fight. But how many fights does he need to have? Anybody got an opinion on that? How many fights does he need? Who does he need to fight in order to I'm back on top? I might be a shoe-in for Hall of Famer, but dude, you ain't gonna be. There's no shoe-in for Hall of Famer. Now, I gotta paint a nasty little picture, and I hope you guys understand that I'm not painting this picture for me. I'm not painting it for you. I'm painting it for what kind of shit they're trying to sell us. Okay, because there was a point in time, not too long ago, if you want to use time, there was a point in time where, I know they're not trying to do it now, but they were trying to eliminate Lomachenko's loss. They was trying to eliminate his loss. So now, okay, you guys remember that part, right? So this is what I heard. I heard that they're actually trying to physically remove. How do you physically remove a fight that Canelo lost, which was the Mayweather fight? And so Showtime endorsed Mayweather, right? And they made a lot of money with Mayweather. Why all of a sudden did you take one of his biggest fights with the biggest person, so-called in boxing, the face of boxing, which is Jake Paul now. It's not Canelo. And we already discussed how you guys can get your boxing back, but you don't want it, so I'm not going to worry about that part of it. But they're trying to erase his loss. When I say physically, no. But it is physically because I'm going to take the fight off so you can't go back and check and look at the fight to see how badly he got whooped. Why are these things so important to certain people or organizations? Why is that so important? You guys got to wake up, man. This is grown folks talk, man. You guys got to wake up and then understand what kind of stuff that they're doing. Even around us right now, man. We don't know, man. We got to talk with make sure our last breath, we're telling somebody something that's going to help them out, a truth or something like that, man. I might not be here tomorrow. You know, a lot of people might not be here tomorrow. You never know, man. With this, the way shit is going, you never know. I don't know. I might get a knock at the door. I ain't just going straight out. I'm looking out the window first to see what kind of weapons I got to grab. I ain't just, you feel me? I ain't just going to the door. What do you need? I got to see who's at my door. Shit, I don't have no glass. I don't have no glass in front of my door. Shit, I don't have no glass in front of my door. I don't even got one of them little peep slots. I got to look out the window to see who's up. You know, it's safer when you got to look out the window because they don't know which window you about to look out. Like, who the hell's out there? Who's outside my house like that? Yeah. Look, hey, look who came up in here. You know he probably got some answers and stuff. He don't want to talk to Eagle. He come in. He said, Derek, Gil Cole, salute to Gil Cole's anyway. Even though he don't want to talk to Eagle, Gil Cole said at Derek, baby. He said, what Eagle way I'm talking about? That's how he do me, y'all. He's so disrespectful, man. I don't know. I take him for what he is, man. He's so disrespectful to Eagle. He don't even come in and say, what's up, Eagle? He just come in. He said, Derek, wait, what Eagle we're talking about today? Derek Brady said, yep. He said, how could they do that? And that's the sad part. The sentence that you put up there before that is when you say, well, the way they giving him belts, he's like a shoe-in. Okay, sup, Gil. He said, sup, Eagles, man. That damn Gil Cole. Gil Cole, he ain't gonna never change, man. He always the same with me. That's how he treat me, man. He treat me like I'm a stepson or something, a stepbrother. That's how he treat me, man. He ain't no good. But y'all get used to him. If I get used to him, y'all get used to him. I don't mind him. You know what I mean? Me and him been going at it since I met him. I mean, nothing serious on my part. I don't care. It's nothing serious on my part. But when you don't have the fighters like you used to have in the past, because think about it. What kind of ceremony? Let's look at it another way too. So what kind of ceremony are they gonna have, Derek Betty? If you have fighters that you made shoe-ins, what kind of ceremonies are you gonna have for those fighters when once they get inducted? Because some of the older fighters are still gonna be around, and they may be up on stage or something. He might have to give them a shout out or something like that. Just think about it. So, like the people like the Bernard Hopkins and the Roy Joneses and stuff like that still might be around. Mike Tyson. A lot of people might, when they get in the Hall of Fame, if they do, within 15 years or so, then these other fighters are still going to be around. Are they really going to be able to endorse it? Are they really, what they going to say? Damn, Triple G, you made a mistake. You should have, when his ass slipped, you should have two-pieced his ass. You should have two-pieced him, and we wouldn't be having this conversation, because you would have probably knocked his ass out with 2 clean shots to the jaw. You should have put his ass out instead of being a gentleman in boxing. It's not a gentleman's sport like they said it is. It's not. It's a dirt sport sometimes. But my whole thing is, like I said, the audience. Now you got the audience with these new Hall of Famers. Who's going to really be endorsing them? Are you guys even going to watch? Do you care? Is it important for you? Is it important for you? Do you feel like Canelo should be Hall of Fame? Or do you think he still got work? He got work he still got to do. He got rework. He still got Charlo. He got Andrade. He got Benavidez. He got too many people. He got to do something. See, now we could talk about Bud and Earl all day long. We could talk about Bud and Earl, but those are two fighters, right? But when you talk about Canelo, how many fighters did Canelo he has to fight? See, it's more than one, right? Because Earl, to be honest with me, Earl can move up to 154 right now. And I'm not. I won't even miss the Bud fight. I don't care because he can get belts up there. You know, Earl can get belts at 150, 154, and then 160 if he wants to. Just go on to get the belts, man. If these organizations aren't going to act right here, just go get a belt at another division. That's it. If you guys care about strap season and all that, somebody's old must go and all that. No, they're trying to make Canelo a shoe-in. Just like same thing they did with Triple G. They tried to make Triple G a shoe-in because that's all they was bragging about. Remember HBO? That's all they was talking about was Triple G. I'm talking about when Ward, they was talking about Triple G when Andre Ward was knocking off people that he wasn't supposed to knock off. They was talking about Triple G. Y'all remember that? Remember before he beat up when he beat up Chad Dawson, which Chad Dawson shouldn't have fought him at that weight, but when he beat up bad Chad Dawson, they was talking. All you can hear is Triple G this, Triple G that, and they was putting him on Mayweather. And then when he fought the killer, the so-called killer, Kovalov, they was still talking about everything was still Triple G this, Triple G that. So old media was already painting it in they was already painting in our head. Oh yeah, he's a Hall of Famer. And see, if you go along with the narrative, if you go along with what these shows say, of course you're gonna say the same thing they do. Oh yeah, I thought he's definitely a Hall of Famer. Really? With no kind of research or just saying that, hey, well, what about this guy? How come you haven't fought this guy yet? Now, I can't endorse you until you get all the fights done that you need to get done. Just think about it. Somebody tell me, how many fights does Canelo have how many fights, Gil Coles, how many fights should Canelo have right now? How many people do Canelo need to fight? And in order for you to be like a little bit more convinced that he's a Hall of Famer or that he didn't duck. Because usually when somebody talk about Earl Spence, all they talk about is Bud. When they talk about Canelo got a list of people he still need to get that. They need to get that re-up action. The one who deserves it the most, I think, out of all the people that Canelo need to fight is actually Laura. Laura deserves it more than anybody. I'm sorry. Laura deserves that fight. But they gonna try to do that. You said, why did Arturo Gatti made it? Probably because of Ward. Most of it, I guarantee you, a lot of that weight came from them Ward fights. And he's just like a little battler. You know what I'm saying? He was just like a battling person. He didn't duck did he duck anybody? He fought everybody. He fought everybody. So that's the key. The key for me is, like, if you miss one fight, at the maximum maybe miss 2 fights. Maybe I can still give you a pass. But if you miss 3, 4, 5 fights, then I can't give me no pass for no Hall of Fame. I don't think it's going to be automatic. And Gil Coles back again. He said Canelo put in more work than Gotti, in my opinion. But it was different era, and there was different weight classes, everything. But now that's not what my point, Gil, is not that he put in some work. I'm saying, okay, so the question is, do you need to see Canelo? Is there anybody that you need to see Canelo against that he might have passed up in the past? Or he might be passing up now? That's all I'm asking. I see you down there, y'all, sir. Y'all say salute to Eagle. Okay, so Gil puts him in the Hall of Fame, Derek and y'all, sir. Do you guys agree with that? That Canelo should be a shoe-in for Hall of Famer? Or do you guys see that it need to be some work, that he has some past? I'm just asking the question, does he have any past work? Is there any past work that he should put in order to make sure he makes it? Is there any past work? Like some work he didn't get, like I need to go get this work in. I got to go do this job, and then I should be able to get in. Does anybody see that? Because Gil's endorsing him. Gil put him in already. So if Gil had to hand in his ballot for Hall of Fame, Gil said, yo, you good, Canelo. You good, man. This don't hit me. So Gil's cool with it. But I'm trying to get, I'm this grown folks, so I'm trying to get somebody to be honest. I'm trying to get somebody to just say, is there some work he need to put in? Derek Betty say Ward. He said Mayweather. He said D. Me Hoya. Yeah, Ward definitely is a Hall of Famer. D. Me Hoya is, yeah, Hall of Famers. Mayweather, Hall of Famer. But what you guys think though? Does he have to do any more work? Oh, I'm just saying it's going to happen. It's going to happen. He better not let Mayweather put him be the one that that inducts him or whatever, do any kind of speaking for him. He better not let Andre Ward do any speaking for him. Maybe B-Hop. He might B-Hop. He better not let B-Hop do any speaking for him. Think about it. He can't let Laura speak for him when they do the translation. Because I'm not thinking, so we could think about it for us, and we can think one way. But what about the are you think are the fighters gonna feel that way if once he makes it? Are they gonna feel like, are they gonna feel in a certain way? Are they gonna have a certain kind of energy? That's all I'm asking. Okay, so Gil, you're putting out information that everybody's talking about that we think that I think that at least he needs 2 of those fights. He don't need all 3 of those fights. There's no way that he actually needs all 3. Yep. Okay, yeah. Gotti on the East Coast too, though. Yeah, but he said the Gotti rap NJ. Yep. So that's Derek's information. So I would think 2 out of those 3 fighters that he does need from me. That's all I'm saying. A lot of people is gonna agree with me, Gil, on that. I'm telling you right now, a lot of people is gonna agree that he just still needs it, because people can't sleep, especially on the Andrade thing. They can't sleep on that, and I'm not worried about that one because, like I said, the fighter that I feel like he needs more than any of those, for me, the one that he needs is he need to get that lower action again. Yeah. Derek Bay said, yeah, the guy that beat up Patterson, yeah. Yeah. So at least you agreeing. So at least Gil said he would like to see those fights though. Yeah. He said at least you would like to see the fights, but even though you feel like he's already in there. He's already in there. Okay, Yasser, I missed what Yasser said. He said I think Canelo is legit Hall of Famer. Just his body of work, for this day and age will get him in. Oh yeah. So in other words, you're saying for this day and age, you don't need to put in all the action. Now, and I'm glad you guys are both sticking with that story, because you're just proving what you guys are doing. You're proving that even the Fabulous Four are just that. That the Fabulous Four are the Fabulous Four. And my queen is in here. Queen Lala is going to disagree with y'all, because I think, and I know she might not agree with me, but she's gonna have some names that Canelo need to fight before we can consider him for Hall of Fame. Even though you guys think his body of work was good enough, because he's fighting all the guys that he can beat. Why you think he was challenging that cruiserweight? Is because that cruiserweight was the baddest cruiserweight he could have chose? Get out of here with that, man. Huh? For me, Laura deserves that rework. That rework. Matter of fact, Trout fight was even close. But definitely Laura deserves that work. And then we got the 3 fighters. We still got Charlo, we still got Andrade, and we got David Benavidez. I'm not gonna just throw Canelo in the damn Hall of Fame. Thanks for the hearts, Queen. I see you down there. She said Santhea. She got the hearts up for me. That's right. And then she says Lotta D at Derek Beatty with the hearts and crown. She said at Gil. And then y'all Sir Hussein is at Derek Bailey and Gil Coles with the 100. Y'all Sir said hello at Lotta D smiling. Lotta D. She said Gil, Mr. Number 1 with the hearts up. And then Lotta D at y'all Sir Hussein with the hands up good in the hearts. Gil Coles said, hey Lala. You know, Makubo got a belt though. Let's see. Okay, I see how you looking at it. So you're not looking at it. You're not looking at it for like skill set. You're not looking at it for the competition. And you guys are you and Yasser is going to endorse his body of work. You know, all he's doing is like yelling at, telling people, "Oh, you want a paycheck? Of course, I'm a prize fighter, dumbass. Yeah, I want a paycheck. Why aren't you fighting me? Huh? That's why you cannot compare these fighters with the old school fighters. You can't compare them because they're not going to get the fights in and still make it to the Hall of Fame. And they got people endorsing them like, no, they don't need to get those fights. Well, why? He should just go ahead and retire now. Then he should retire now. If he don't need to get those fights in, who does he need to fight then? Who should he fight from here on out? Okay, let me hear this one then. If he's not going to fight Charlie, he's not going to fight Benavidez, he's not going to fight Andrade, who should he fight? Since you guys already gave him, he's a shoo-in for the Hall of Fame anyway, who should he fight? Does anybody? And y'all going to pay for it? How many? Can Canelo fight just anybody, Derek, and you pay for the pay-per-view? He can just fight anybody he wants to, and you're going to pay for the pay-per-view. That's what I want to know. Are you guys going to pay to see him just fight anybody? So if he fight Joe Smith, y'all going to pay for that. The biggest boxing star right now, like I said, is Jake Paul. And there's a reason behind that. It's because that whole attitude is all these fighters did enough to make it to the Hall of Fame. Only fighter that's so far that's active right now that he might be retired, that did enough for the Hall of Fame for sure as a shoe-in on a great purpose is Deontay Wilder. I can't name another fighter. Not really. Ortiz will make it. But it's not as powerful as what Deontay Wilder has done to get in. And for me, Canelo just haven't done it. I'm sorry. Okay, a lot of these say Makuba has a belt, but he won't even be able to fight at his weight. He has to lose weight. Canelo is a first class opportunist. That's it. That's the way I see it. But everybody else he got everybody else snow job. He got a lot of people got the snow all over him. They got him buried and shit. He didn't put their ass in the snowman. He got him. Oh, okay. She said I got a phone meeting at 4:15, but I can hopefully come back. Yeah. I don't know how long we're gonna stay. No, I'm talking about you. Are you gonna pay for it? Or will you pay for Canelo just to fight anybody? Gil Cole said his fans will pay for it. You his fan? Derek Bay said that's a legit fight. Jake Paul flopped on his last pay-per-view. Will he too? Derek Bay said Smith was too slow. Yeah, but I'm saying, but are you gonna pay for it? They fight Joe Smith. Are you gonna pay for it? Would you pay for it? That's all that's what was my question was. But Gil Cole said his fans would pay for it. But you guys are his fans. You and Yasser ain't paying for no damn. He's not paying that kind of money. I know Yasser is not gonna pay that kind of money for them fights. He's not. That's my brother. I know him. We already discussed, how much he's gonna pay for fights. But he's not paying for that. It'll take a lot for me to come out of my pocket, because guess what? There should be a pay-per-view fight or a card. There should be a card that's worth over $100. We can't name it, and Jake Paul might have flopped, but guess what? If it's true, he's in the talks with Mike Tyson, for money wise, anywhere from 50 to 100 million. Can you name another fighter that's doing that right now? Gil said, my opinion doesn't make me a Canelo fan. But are you a Canelo fan, though? I said, even if it's not your opinion, are you a Canelo fan, though? I'm not saying that your opinion makes you a Canelo fan, but are you a Canelo fan? So that's the question for you. Are you a Canelo fan? Derek Bates said, I ain't paying shit, but he said, no, I will watch it, though. We'll watch it. But my whole thing is are you a fan, though? So that was the second question, even though y'all start coming in here laughing at Gil Coles. But I'm saying, but the question is, are you a fan? I'm not saying because you're endorsing that, you're saying that, one way I'm asking, now I'm just asking a direct question, but are you a fan? You say his fans will pay. Not because one thing you said, because you responded about him makes you a fan. Because we all got different sides of it. Lala D is saying one thing. Because she's putting another side of it. She's saying that he's a opportunistic person. And now, will I agree with her? Will I agree with Lala? I would tend to understand why Lala said that. I'm not necessarily going to 100% endorse her, but I'm not going to neglect and not endorse anything that she said right there, because it makes sense. Yeah, Derek Bragg said Canelo got 50 his last fight. Yeah, Canelo's supposed to be making more. He's supposed to be making more than that from when they first came out. He don't always make that, but he's supposed to be making more than that. But what's going to happen is his money will slow down if his action don't pick up. Because even if you're a fan, sometimes you be like, "Nah, I ain't trying to watch that." Just think back of some of the fighters. Like, say, if there was a fighter, to be honest, I don't know what the Buster Douglas versus Mike Tyson numbers were, but they wasn't as high as Mike Tyson versus Holyfield. Those numbers. Certain people that Mike fought, the numbers when he fought Peter McNeely, the numbers couldn't have been as high as they was when he fought Holyfield, or even when he fought Lewis. Even though he lost, it's not gonna be that high. Y'all sir said I like Canelo, but I ain't no fan. Okay, I don't like him. That's the difference. So you guys like him. I don't like him at all. I don't like him because he's a cheater. Gil said I'm paying for Thurman versus Barrios. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Y'all said Tyson came out and said he don't know what the f they own about. I've been listening. Like I said, if it's not, if somebody didn't scribble it in, like I said, if somebody didn't scribble the lines in, I don't 100% endorse none of it. It's not. That's like, because in here, a lot of the people that's in here now, we always say that if it's not signed, if they not walking up those stairs, I still don't trust them. I don't even like the Barrios fight with Thurman. I don't know if that fight's gonna go on. People pay, but it might not go on. So we got to see. And we probably all going with Thurman, but I don't know. It's gonna turn out the way it's gonna turn out, and we'll see. Gilco said not big enough fan to pay him, to pay to see him fight anybody. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all sir said the same thing. He said I like Canelo, but I ain't no fan. I just don't like him anyway though. Y'all sir said if Thurman versus Barrios was a pay-per-view here, I wouldn't pay for it either. But I like Keith though. He's laughing out loud. I'll pay for a big Canelo fight. Now I'm not saying I would never pay for anything that Canelo does. Okay, so in your estimation, Gil, what would be a big Canelo fight for you right now? Eliminating all the guys that you said he doesn't have to fight. What would be his biggest fight? If he doesn't fight any of those 3 fighters that you named, what would be a big fight that he would fight that you would pay for? That's a good question for Gil right there. And Derek Brady, would you pay for a fight, for him to fight? Well, I got shortchanged out of so many likes today. It's all good though. Y'all forgetting to hit my like button on your way in. Yep. Y'all forgetting. Do not forget to hit my like button. Oh, okay, here we go. Let's check these out. We got some of the, and we do have some results in. We got results in from Argentina. We got some in from Colombia. A lot of fights. Wow. Wow. Split decision. So one of the fights I just gave you guys ended up being a split decision. Wow. Oh no, that's not split. I don't know what that is. This is supposed to be the fights results, but I don't know what the S stands for. I thought it was a split decision, but it's not. It's something else. I don't know. Schedule. Maybe it's scheduled. So maybe they didn't run it yet. Okay, I was about to say, man, that's a lot of split decisions. Like 20 split decisions? No. Like that can't be it. But we'll check on them later. I may come back and do them. Now Canelo Usyk that sounds like something to watch. But is he thinking about fighting Usyk? I know when Andre Ward was fighting, they was talking about Andre Ward could fight, that he would fight Joshua, that he could beat Joshua. I know that. That would have been nice to see. That would have been a funny fight right there, though. Andre Ward not, trying to keep from getting hit with a bomb. Ward, now that one I would probably pay for. I would pay to see Ward. I don't know about Usyk. Usyk, I'm still kind of up in the air about that one. But yeah, I would pay for the Ward fight because that's too interesting not to pay for. Yeah, you don't want to catch that after. You don't want to catch the Ward fight like afterwards. You don't want to replay that one. You got to see that. You want to see that one live. That's a good choice, Derek Gill. I like that choice. The first one, I don't know. I don't know if I would pay for that one. But the second choice you made, that was a good one. I would probably even pay for that. Even though I don't like him, I would probably pay for that. Sorry about the noise. I got this. Y'all know I was looking at this. I was making some prayer ties and stuff, so got this tobacco. Shit, I thought that guy that was in here earlier, I thought that was my cousin for a minute. I'm like, it's my cousin. I was talking to him like all nice, like he's family. I don't see him in here though. But he came in all extra proper though, calling everybody kings and stuff like that. He came in extra proper and stuff, so that's all good. I appreciate him coming through. Anytime somebody come through with respect, I appreciate that. That Ward sound good though. Ward come back. I'll go with Ward though. I'll go with Ward against anybody Ward fight though, to be honest. SOG. Because he's not a loser. He don't know how to lose. He don't know how to lose. What you gonna do? You gonna go against somebody who just don't know how to lose? I ain't never lost. I don't know what losing felt like. Shit. I'm gonna go with that person. Shit. People should have done that when Mayweather was fighting. They try to bet against him. Certain people, oh no, I got Shane. I don't know, a lot of people even had Shane Mosley. Not thinking. They wasn't thinking, but yeah. Put Floyd put those paws back out on him. Yeah. See what else I had for Friday wrap. So let me go back into. I know everybody got Gary Russell Jr. So not really gonna mess with that. But let's see if we got any more fights. I named so many fights, man. Let's see if we got what we got on that card. Yeah. And I think everybody said he was going with Makuba, right? That's next week though. So Gary Russell Jr. card is just we're going with Gary Russell Jr. And undercard is Matias Anayan. I think I'm going with Matias on that way, and I'm going with Tug too. So I'm going with Tug, I'm going with Matias, and I'm going with Gary Russell. Does anybody have anything different than that? Any of you guys got anything different? Or does the consensus say that's what it is? I don't even know if I'll be home in time to listen to Trey. I try to get home. I'll be getting home. I'll be like unpacking and all that shit. And sometimes Trey X be on and Marlo's Corner, and I get in there. It'd be so late time I get there. So I'll be trying to watch I be trying to watch, but you're not. You shouldn't do this. I be trying to watch in the car. You know, a lot of them fights I be got to catch in the car. So I got to catch them like at a stoplight. I got to kind of peep over and watch the fight. You know, when you got the pay-per-view fights, you got to kind of peep over. You can't have a big screen. Oh, yawning and stuff. You can't have a big screen in the car. You get in trouble. I used to do that. Used to have that little. Used to have the iPad in there, but nah, really get my ass in trouble then. But you can still put the phone up on a stand or something like that. So when you come to a stoplight or something, and you catch the action, they don't see it. Hopefully, I think you can still get in trouble for that. But try to get that boxing in. Yeah. Gil Cole said, he said Ward don't want no smoke with Canelo right now. He said few years back though, but now he said now nah he don't want it. I'll still take Ward. I don't care. You gotta think about it. Nobody's been fighting every 3 or 4 months. Shit, but I don't think Ward might have lost something, but shit, Ward be in shape. If you look at Andre Ward, Ward be in shape. Ward is not fooling nobody. He might be, but Ward stays in shape. Andre Ward stays in shape. And I'm quite sure his style, he got something for Canelo's ass if Canelo say something. Yeah, I doubt he's coming back, though. But Derek Bay said Ward's knee is jacked up. Okay, yeah. Yeah, doubt he coming back. But yeah, Ward ain't no joke, though. I don't write people off if they say they gonna come back or say they gonna do something. I thought Mike Tyson was actually gonna try to sneak back into the picture. I thought he was gonna do like some exhibition fights and then get back in the heavyweight picture. You know, that still might happen. So the 3 fights I just named, you guys have the same people I got. Who's going for Tug or not going for Tug? Derek, you got Tug? You got a little tugboat? You already know I'm going for Tug. That's Tug. That's my guy right there, Derek. Tug. That's my guy. That's my guy, man. Getting all disrespected and stuff. People barely getting by, and he wasn't even. He was an alternate fighter, and still hung in there. Did not get overly pieced up. You know what I mean? He could have got overly pieced up, but he didn't. So I'm gonna stick with him. I'm gonna stick with who else? Who else I got out there? There's always somebody to get. You know. But I had him. I got Gary Russell, and I think who was the third one? I gotta go back and look. Okay, so Matias. Yeah, I'm going with Matias on that. Let's check him out. He definitely Matias be definitely getting some stoppages. Yeah, so I think I picked the right one on that. I ain't trying to lose. Yeah. Shit, all he got is knockouts. Besides his loss, that's all he got. But he just don't fight. He don't fight enough. A lot of these fighters just don't fight enough. Shit. So in this case with Canelo, I guess we can agree to disagree, which is fine. We're supposed to. We're not gonna all have the same opinion about stuff. Yeah. I'm still yawning. I don't know what it is. I'm just too relaxed, y'all. So when it comes to Tank, man, who do we need to see Tank with next? We got the welterweight coming up, so we good with that. Everybody good with Keith. Everybody good with what Keith doing. I still don't understand that whole WBC. It's scaring me, Gil. I'm sorry. That whole WBC, whatever they're doing, that's messing me up. Sorry. Because my whole point, what I was trying to make the last show, is how's Keith all of a sudden believing that he's in the eliminator? Well, who the hell else is in the eliminator? Yeah. Oh no, I ain't in no fantasy boxing league, brother. No. Derek Bay said, "Yeah, I got Tug. Yeah, we got Tug. Yeah, yeah." Derek said, "No, I got Tug. Tug ain't no Tug is mad too. He in shape. Oh yeah, you give Ward 20 million, he'll definitely fight Canelo. Canelo ain't trying to come up with that. No, I'm not in there. Yeah, Eagles Web, yeah, and Champ Ross, fantasy boxing. No, I'm not in there. Yeah. No, I don't. I just don't have enough. I don't have enough time to be on here, right now. Because some months I have time, and then other months I don't have time. Like you guys know, coming up, if they let us get back to doing the stuff that we do, like from anywhere from, I'm gonna say April. So this is January, so February, March, April. So from April all the way up until October, those are like some of my busiest months. I don't have time to do much of anything. Because then that's when my other channel will be active then. I don't even have nothing on there. I got to get some more stuff on there. But those lighter weights are really the stars. I'm sorry, man. All these heavier weights, anywhere from middleweight on up, it's just not. And we're losing too many fighters at 147. I got to scrape. At 147, I got to scrape together to end up with like 8 fighters at 147. I got to scrape. Like, okay, we get him, throw him in there, Derek. Okay, him, okay. Because Danny, do we even know if Danny still fights? That's the whole thing. Does Danny fight still? Shit. That's a damn shame that we lost AB at an early age too, right? AB gone. I'm not saying he's not legit at a welterweight, but still. Because even before we lost Porter and we lost Manny, you got to realize we lost Peterson before that. And I'm quite sure a bunch of them just started falling. Mayweather, how many welterweights started falling or just was hanging around after Mayweather? Remember Guerrero was hanging around for a while, right? Some of these fighters should probably still be fighting, but they probably took too much damage. Guerrero got beat up too much. Ortiz, remember Ortiz? Pretty good. He was a good prospect. I mean, he was like a B- fighter, C+, but I mean, think about it. All these fighters is gone. And I know a lot of y'all that thought Berto was gonna be, the goods. Berto gone. It's like I'm just saying. This is prior to Porter and Manny Pacquiao, like way prior to that. How many fighters? And exciting fighters. Because Andre Berto to me he was exciting when he had like a certain style. I guess when his opposition wasn't as great. Good style. Before his opposition tried to pull up. Guerrero is just like a hard-nosed fighter. But all these fighters we lost, all these fighters is gone. All those fighters. So a lot of fighters dropped off that welterweight list after Floyd. And there was some young bucks in there too. A lot of them just disappeared. So welterweight is very skimpy. 154, a lot of the fighters are all beat up on. Shit, that's what I'm thinking. That to me, a money move for Earl Spence, not trying to get out of the Bud fight. A money move for Earl Spence would be move your ass up to 154. Collect yourself another division. You're gonna get more belts up there easier than you get them here. too much politicking at 147. I don't know. I don't even know what Danny fights still. I don't know what he's doing. Yeah, because Derek Bay said Danny at junior middleweight. Yeah, Derek Bay said AB is going to fight again. I don't, man. AB is just really scary. Yeah, there's a lot of new talent. That's why I gave everybody one fight that it was a heavyweight fight. I gave everybody information, German fighter. But I told them, so let's look at a couple of new prospects. We haven't been doing that because a lot of times they're not scheduled. I can't find them, but yeah, we found at least a couple of fights, up and coming, young prospects and stuff like that. But what point are they at, Gil? Most of them are at like 8 fights, 7 fights, 6 fights, 11 fights. They're just so far behind right now. But here's the thing about that is a lot of these fighters, these new prospects will get pushed up. And if they get pushed up, that means Ennis has to be pushed up. So Ennis has to be in the top 5 or 6 still. Any sanctioning body shouldn't have them lower than 6. Any of them, IBF, WA, any of them, WO, WBC, none of them should have them, lower than 6. When I say lower, I mean like 7, 8, 9. No. And somebody need to come see about them. So y'all need to come see about Ennis. That's funny. That's funny. But we're gonna see how these pictures, we're gonna see how these pictures come out. We're gonna see how these pictures, like, how they start developing, like with these newer fighters. These fighters that are at, 11-0 and 7-0. We're gonna see how it works out. For some of the divisions, like I think welterweight, I think that can work out. I think we'll start the talent to come back quick because the lighter weights have all the talent right now. I don't know how this is gonna work out at like 160. I don't know. 175. I don't know. I would say heavyweight. Now heavyweight they got a lot of new talent in heavyweight, so that might look good. Well, they do got the one middleweight. I forget his damn name. The one that wears the split shorts or whatever. I don't know. I can't think right now. Yeah, but we're gonna see what they do, man. A lot of this for me, a lot of the trust and a lot of me like looking at somebody as a Hall of Famer. I just can't do it. I cannot do. I don't feel nobody's. The only person, like I said, that I know that their body of work is done, maybe Ortiz, but for sure, I'm gonna say for sure Wilder. Regardless of what you think about Wilder, if he's a great. I don't think if you think Wilder was a great fighter or not, I think that his body of work for what he's actually accomplished. Now, I'm not saying he's not all type of divisions and stuff like Canelo then fought this division, fought this person, fought that, whatever. But yeah, I still need to see Canelo, fight some of the people that he said he was going to fight, because his own mouthpiece was saying that he was going to, get all the belts at 160. That was his own mouthpiece. If he wouldn't have said nothing, I'd be okay with him. But he opened up his mouth and he keeps saying that he's born ready. He was born ready to get beat up by Mayweather. A lot of things he was born ready to do. But Wilder is the only fighter that for me, that can go in as a Hall of Famer is because of his body of work, because of based on his championship reign. That's enough. That's enough to get in. Because the championship reign is in parallel with some of the champs that's already there. A lot of these said, okay, I'm back for 20 minutes. I'm out of here in 1 minute. No. Said, did we talk about I'm excited about tomorrow. Okay, yeah. We talked about him a little bit. We talked. No, we just picked him. He came in like a half. Derek said he came in a half a pound. I don't know. I didn't follow how much. I didn't know how much weight he came in over, but he said on his second pass he made it. So he made weight. We're going with him, and also yeah, we're going with Tug, and I'm going with Matthias too. I'm going with Matthias, and I'm going with Tug too. What you doing in here, Lindy? We fit. That's another one of our our special girls right there. Lala D is Lindy We Fit. That's a new queen. You got to get her up to speed on boxing and stuff. She don't really know. She came to see Eagle, but she don't know all that about boxing. But she'll learn. If she come in here, she'll learn some stuff. I'll get her into it. See, and Lala D knows better than to fall what Gil's saying. Listen to him. He said the Eagles way of saying that Andre is ducking Canelo. I never said that he was ducking. I said Canelo need to go back and get some more work done. Yeah, that's all I said. Oh, why you had to bring Bud in there? Bud don't have nothing to do with my conversation. I said Wilder for sure. I don't know. Bud probably. But he's not. Wilder's more guaranteed than any of them. You still spelled. Guess what? Lala D, you still spelled it wrong. Thank you for the hearts, Lindy We Fit. Yeah, but yeah, you still spelled it wrong. She said Hall of Famer, but she put a Hall of Famerer. A Hall of Famerer or Famerer. Or how then she put an S or Fame Hall of Famers, okay. She just keeps spelling wrong. She said it always gave Rosado qualified. She said just curious because he fought Charlo, Chocasito, Triple G, Jacobs, Monguia, and many others, but he lost most. I'm not saying that somebody's not. I'm not even saying Canelo. I'm not saying Bud's not qualified. But for me, I said the most qualified for me. This is the most qualified, not because of wins, but because of title reign, and that's Wilder. Title reign and fashion of knockouts and stuff like that. So that's straightforward. When you do that, that's straightforward. If you're all overweights and stuff like that, it's questionable. It can still be questioned because we still need to see you do some things. Yeah. Yeah. And where you at, Lindy? Because Lindy, I was going to see you. It looks like you disappeared. It looked like you stopped doing. You're supposed to keep doing what you're doing. You're supposed to keep doing what you're doing. Gil goes down there crying. Yeah. See, Lala know. See, Gil trying to set me up. You know that just like if he said I said something like wrong about Bud, like I don't like Bud or something like that. If I'm gonna talk about Bud, it's gonna be a certain way. You already know that it's gonna be a certain way. If I talk about Bud, it's gonna be a certain way. And usually if you listen to me, Derek Brady, how do I ever get on Bud? Do I ever talk about like his boxing skills? If you guys ever heard me talk about Bud, do you ever hear me talk about like his skill set? I question for me, in which we don't really care about his money, but what I question, you know what I mean, is his business sense. That's all. That's the only thing I really question about Bud is his business sense and just his practicality of getting fights made that should be made. Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Okay, Lala D says salute to it's Lindy, not Wendy. She said Wendy. She said now I don't feel bad when I miss a live. Okay, there are other ladies in here. Yeah. But a lot of times they don't say nothing. Like she might come in here. She's a spy though. She come in here to check on me. She's seeing what I'm up to. That's believe me. She's checking on me. And I probably I'm gonna get called out about that. She probably gonna call me. She gonna call me out about it somehow. Yeah, Gil Lala D crying. She said Santea know better than this Andre. He doesn't want that Lala smoke. No, you know Gil starting trouble all the time. Lala, you know I ain't want no smoke with you. And then I got somebody came in here and just cried and left. I don't know what that's about. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Oh, Marion. Oh, that's right. You tell Lala. Lala D said Marion G. Yeah. She said child. She said child boo. She said we respect Wilder in here. Because what people try to understand, what they're not understanding is I don't have anything against Wilder. Like, I mean, for somebody to do what he did with the limited skill set and all that, he's a Hall of Famer. I'm sorry. He's a Hall of Famer based on his reign. So you can get mad if you want to. Dollar D said, don't let the doorknob hit you. Marion and G laughing out loud. Yeah. No. So you said that I don't want no smoke, Lala. Marion G, whoever that is, didn't want no smoke with you. Yeah. So you can just take that queen that Marion, whoever that is, Marion G didn't want no smoke with you. That's 100. That's 100% sure on that one. She did not want no smoke with Lala. She came here and ran. Oh, because look, if the first thing you say, the first thing you do is you say Wilder, you laugh, in and out, straight away, peace all. If you say something like that, this is grown folks chat. You know what I mean? So if this is grown folks chat, and you're supposed to be you're gonna be grown folks to come in here and talk. If you come in here and you're already running out, your first statement is I'm out. How much of an adult are you? Or how much grown folks chat did you really want? If you're already on your way out. So that was easy work for you, Lala. You didn't even have to even say you said too much. You didn't even need to say as much as you said, because that person was already dismissing themselves from jump. They had already got scared. They came in, they couldn't defend Canelo the way they wanted to, so they took the opportunity to say something about Wilder. That's all that was. Yeah, believe me. Yeah. Let me go check and see. Now I got to recheck just to make sure, because they might have got sensitive and gave me a thumbs down just for getting sensitive. Oh, I'm sensitive. They definitely didn't give me a thumbs up. And so I missed a few thumbs up today. It's all good. I'm missing some thumbs up. It's cool. Yeah. Lala D ain't no joke though. So Marion G, just remember, if you ever come in here, that we ain't gonna do nothing to you we ain't gonna do nothing to you. But just remember that people in here, they have a sense of boxing a different way than other places. Even though we have different opinions, that we still gonna give respect to the stats themselves. So the stats is what put Wilder in. It's not, he's the most exciting heavyweight. He damn sure was exciting. He damn sure was exciting. If you look at some of the knockouts, man. Anytime somebody get the ghost knocked out of them, somebody got the damn ghost knocked out of them, and you trying to say that by Wilder, just getting the ghost knocked out of you, to me, that's enough to be a Hall of Famer right there. When you knock the ghost out of somebody. I saw it. You must not have saw it. I saw it when Brazil got the ghost knocked out of him. He got the ghost knocked out of him, and his ghost got on the airplane and flew away. Matter of fact, I think they did the same thing for Joshua, but Brazil got the ghost knocked out of him. So stop it. Yeah. You get the ghost knocked out of you. What's that? Come in here. You ain't got enough backbone. You ain't got enough backbone to sit there and at least to have the decency to come in and have a point. At least argue your point. You try to throw a couple of jabs and run. I'm out. Why are you stealing on people? You try to steal on Lala, and then Lala bagged your ass up. Lala put your shit in a jar and put you in the back of a dark shelf. So how's that make you feel? Lala did this shit to you here, like this tobacco. She just did like this to you here. Get your ass on the back shelf. So she knows she gonna forget. So she knows she gonna forget about you. Stop it. Don't come here playing like that with grown folks like that. Stop. She said, "Oh my god." She, "Oh my god, sorry, Cynthia." Just hit the thumbs up. Okay, the thumbs up. Okay, I thought you was crying about what you said earlier. Yeah. People don't know. They don't know how to play Lala. They don't know. Well, they don't know the game. They think they're playing, but they don't really know the game. So you really don't know. So you come in here. Don't come in here with your mouthpiece running. Don't come in here and your mouth is just all out of whack and stuff like that. Don't do it. Because you just end up in trouble. You end up in trouble here because we try to do the grown folks' way of looking at it. And just because you got mad, oh no, Wilder, he's garbage. See, that's what a lot of people think. Oh, Wilder, he's garbage. He's not a boxer. He's garbage. Blah 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 blah. That's not what we know about different skill sets and stuff like that. Damn sure wasn't a ducker. Wasn't no question about, would he fight this guy? Would he fight that guy? We didn't have no questions like that. We're having questions like that with some of the other so-called people that you want to just throw in the Hall of Fame. We're having problems with that, with them. Even some of the young guns like Ryan Garcia, everybody having mental breakdowns or something else. Right? And you got some fighters that go ahead and move up a weight class or whatever. Oh, I'm going to move up. They'll move up and fight somebody. Even these lighter guys. Even if they lose, but they'll fight. I'll fight you. And you even got small guys that act like they'll fight. You got some that will fight, and you got some that act like they'll fight. But the discussion is a discussion. That's the whole part. Is that it is a discussion. And Lala, don't forget to send me my emails. You and Derek and who else? Who else owed me? Oh yeah, he's not even in here. D-Ray Promotions owed me an email. Everybody owes me an email. You might want to get with Derek too, though, because we want to do this thing where we can all talk. It might not even be on YouTube, but we can all talk about, just things. I'll just say it that. Leave it general. Just things, things that affect, society, things that affect us outside of boxing. There she is again. She said, "Oh my God, Asante. Speaking of playing the game, she said I was following a real pimp here on YouTube, and I didn't know it." I went to his live the other day. He was telling young pimps not to get distracted by women's older husbands. Wow. Dang. That pimp game is true. It's real. Be a real pimp, yeah. Those pimps ain't no joke. But one thing about pimping is you got to put money away somewhere where they can't touch it, because ain't no retirement plan for pimps. That's the whole thing. IRS is not involved, none of that. And yes, you pimping at a ranch. That's different. Then they don't call you a pimp. They call you a proprietor or something like that. The head or sole or head proprietor of the establishment. They have different legal names that they could use. You know what I mean? But that's true. Lala said, "I'm following the pimp." Are you learning stuff, Lala? Are you learning? Did you learn the slap in there, Lala? Did he show the slap yet? Did he show the pimp slap? I'll show you how the pimp slap. This is how you said. Sometimes you got to pimp slap them. When hoes get out of line, you got to, yeah. Every once in a while, I got to. He's showing Lala D how to put them things on a girl if she have to. Hey, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Sometimes you might have to pimp slap them. Like, I'm sorry, I had to pimp slap you. Y'all fun, but going in. So we all have the same fighters this weekend. Besides that long ass list that I had, I think we all got the same fighters. Nobody told me about the Matias fight. Why you guys aren't talking about that one? Okay, I'm gonna pick. So I got Matias, even though for 6 years he only got like about less than 20 fights from the time he turned pro until now. So I'm still gonna go with him, and I'm gonna go with Tug, and I'm gonna go with Russell. But we're gonna see how this turns out. I know we got some fights today. Who we got? We always got fights on Friday. Oh, I already named the fights we got today. Yeah. because we got some in Sacramento. We got some other fights. Yeah. We'll see how everybody stands up. When we come back, we'll see how you guys' predictions held up. Yeah. Oh, Lala, let me see what Lala got. Lala said, yeah, he a real pimp though too. She said something there. She said he also has a live called Battle of the Minds. He said laughing out loud. He said because pimps got to be mentally controlling too. Yeah, of course they got to be mentally controlled. Don't you go out there. Don't you start pimping Lala. And ain't like I've never been exposed to all this crap. I've been exposed to so much stuff it don't make sense. From one end to the other. From the more delicate side of crime over to the severe the severe side of crime. Yeah, I've been exposed to a lot of it, not too severe, not like the Jeffrey Dahmer type of shit. No, I ain't never been exposed to that. I mean, I've heard of stuff that was similar, but not to that extent. Never hit that extent when it comes to. I started to say veracity, but no, that's worse than veracity. The carnality, I like that word, of the situation. So nothing like that. But yeah. We got a few fights that we chose. For me, Canelo could never be a Hall of Famer just for cheating alone. Because you had people that was in boxing that got taken out of boxing for cheating. You guys always still remember the Panama Lewis, right? You guys always gonna remember stuff like that. There's certain people in boxing that you always remember. Some of them leave and some of them don't. Don King is notorious for being a cheat. Never had to get out of boxing. Bob Arum, notorious for his name comes up a lot for being a cheat, but those are not boxers. But boxers, a lot of time, you had boxers that put stuff in their gloves. Margarito, supposedly we say, and other fighters putting stuff in gloves, cheating, taking all the padding out of your knuckles and stuff, sparring people, and they got their gloves look like cotton. And your gloves look like cement. So I'm not going to act here. I'm not going to be an adult and pretend like none of this shit happens. You know what I mean? But anyway, let's go. You guys go and enjoy your weekend. Have a great weekend out there. Enjoy the fights. Enjoy whatever else you got to do. I'm probably going to go. I'm probably going to visit the city, which it looks like I am. I just got to check the weather report. I'm probably going to get out of here early and go to the city, and then my favorite part is going to the worst part of the city and try to culturalize these people. That's it. But anyway, my shout out to all the real people that I see, and my shout out to all y'all that mess with me. Y'all know what this is. This is a Friday. In Eagles Web Boxing, I say the same thing all the time. It's nothing but blessings. That's all I'm going to give y'all. No matter what y'all say, I'm going to give y'all nothing but blessings. Okay. And the reason, just in case you don't understand, the reason I stay after this a minute or so is because sometimes they they'll cut my stream off and somebody else wants to see it, and they'll just cut my stream off. It's like, why are you cutting my stream off? And somebody else said something. Mark said something and I didn't catch it on all these screens. I got to go back and read it somewhere. Yes, it was something. Oh, let me go back and check. I think Mark said something. Oh, that was way back. Okay, that was way back. Okay, so that was way up. Yeah, one of the screens that didn't, the chat wasn't going up. Yeah, but I usually hang out for just a couple of seconds though, just because I know they'll cut the video off. Yeah, but more or less the discussion is finished though. Oh, Lala did cry. Lala, you silly. Lala did say, yeah. She said, you too. She said, child. All right. Ladies and gents, I'm going to catch y'all, man.